Hi everyone. This is going to just be a video very quickly of some of the most missed answers in the ratio packet. And this way we can explain them. So, some of you guys might have got these correct, but these are the problems that were most missed. What I have near me is my calculator. And I am ready to go. So let's take a look at the first most missed problem. Problem number 4. Problem number 4 says, Carissa has rectangular and circular candies in a jar as shown. How many additional rectangular and circular candies do you need to add to the jar, so the ratio of circular candies to total candies is 7 to 12. So technically, we want our circle candies to be 7, and our rectangular candies to our total candies. So here's our setup. So we want it to be 7 to 12, which means that we need to have 5 rectangular candies. So let's look at what we have now. Inside this jar, I have 6 circular candies. So right now, I have 6 circle candies, and right now I have 2 rectangle candies for a total of 8. So how many did I need to add to the circle candies to get from, let's undo that because I want to go this way, to get from 6 to 7, I had to add 1 circle candy. And how many rectangular candies did I need to add to get from 2 to 5? And remember, we figured out that 5 because we need 12 total. So I needed to add 3 rectangular candies to get to 5. So the correct answer for this problem is 1 circular candy needed added and 3 rectangular candies. Problem number 7. Eli ran for 2 weeks. The first week, Eli ran 12 miles. The next week, he ran 15 miles. What is the ratio of the number of miles Eli ran in the first week to the total number of miles he ran in both weeks? So let's set up a ratio. First week to total. So in the first week, it says he ran 12 miles. Now it asks the total number of miles he ran in both weeks. So in week 1, he ran 12 miles. In week 2, he ran 15 miles. So he ran a total of 27 miles. So my answer for this would be B, 12 to 27. Question number 11. A cell phone plan offers 250 minutes each month for $15 per month. What is the cost per minute when a person uses all 250 minutes in a month? So first thing I'm going to do is set up a ratio table. What are the two things I'm comparing? The things I'm comparing is the cost, or the dollars, and the minutes. So the dollars that we're paying per month is $15, and you get 250 minutes per month. Now, in this case, we're trying to find out what is the cost per minute. So what needs to be 1? the minutes needs to be 1, which is our most common mistake with this problem. So in order to get there, we don't need to divide 250 by 15. We need to divide 250 by 250, and we also need to divide 15 by 250. So we want that $15 broken down into a very small number. And so what I did in my calculator was I put in my calculator 250 divided by, I just did it backwards. See? I put in my calculator 15 divided by 250. And I ended up getting 6 cents. So each minute it costs 6 cents. 13. This one is extremely tricky. And not my favorite problem, let's be honest. A bank converts US dollars to European euros at a rate of $1 for 88 hundredths euros. So I already know I need to create a table that's dollars to euros. And I can use this information to fill in the beginning of my table. $1 to 88 hundredths euros. Kelsey wants 100 euros for her trip to Europe. How much money in dollars does Casey need to give the bank? So this is actually, you need to end up getting euros to 100 euros. And this is going to take more than one step, and you're actually going to have a decimal because the answer is dealing with dollars and cents. So let me show you how I approach this. The first thing I wanted to do was get this out of decimal form. So I multiplied both of these by 100. And I got 1 times 100. So for $100, we got 88 euros. Can I get 88 to 100? No. So, but what I wanted to do was get 88 to something I could get to 100. And I know if I divide 88 by 44, I get it down to 2. And 100 divided by 44, and here's where your calculator is handy or helpful. 100 divided by 44 is not an even number. So if you take 100 divided by 44 in your calculator, you get $2.27. In your calculator, it would actually look like this. But we know, since we're using dollars and cents, that we want to round to this number. Since this is a 2, this number will stay the same. So we get $2.27. Then to get from 2 to 100, I multiply by 50. And to get $2.27 times 50, $2.27 times 50 gives me $113.50. So Kelsey needs to get 100 euros. She's going to give them $113.50. Okay, this problem is something that we honestly probably haven't done, although we need to figure out the relationship between numbers in the graph. So the first thing we need to do is figure out our table to determine our ordered pairs. So what we need to do is figure out what is the relationship between this number and this number. How do I get from 2 to 4? And in this case, I multiply 2 by 2. So this is a ratio table, so it's all multiplication, no addition, no subtraction. So I would do the same thing here. 3 times 2 gets me 6. And then to get from 2 to 3 or to 6, I multiply by 3 going from 2. And so to get from 3 down to this spot, I would multiply by 3 and get 9. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 4 is 12. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 5 is 15. 2 times 5 is 12, or 2 times 6 is 12, and 3 times 6 is 18. So when we're writing our ordered pairs, we would be writing these as such. 2, 3, 4, 6, 6, 9, 8, 12, 10, 15, and 12, 18. And then as we graph, the tablespoons of water would go on this side and the eggs would go on this side. So your line is going to look like this, even though I didn't graph the points individually. The line is going to go up in an even place. So let's look at problem number, this was part B, was all of this. C then asked how many eggs would be needed if there were 16 tablespoons of water. So if this was a 16, how do you get from 2 to 16? You multiply by 8. So you would take 3 and multiply by 8, and you get 24. So the answer for C is 24. Okay, so for number 19, a chef makes 3 containers of soup that fill a total of 120 bowls. So each container of soup costs $30 to make. What is the total cost or the cost per bowl for the soup? So let's start with what they told us. They told us that 3 containers fill 120 bowls. So I am drawing my 3 containers. I have 3 containers of soup. If they each fill 120 bowls total, it fills 120 bowls. I would need to take 120 and divide it by 3 to see what is inside each container. And that is going to be 40. So each container can create 40 bowls. And we know that each container costs $30 to make. And I got that from here. So if we are doing containers, it costs $30 to make 40 bowls. So how do I figure out how much one bowl costs? What I need to do is take this and divide it by 40 to get it down to 1. And 30 divided by 40 is going to give me my cost per bowl, which is 75 cents. So each bowl is going to cost 75 cents to make. Okay, so those are just the selected answers. If you have any more that you would like to see explained, feel free to email or comment on Google Classroom, and I will be happy to upload another video. Have a good day.